Thanks for joining us here on Indivisible. I'm your host, John Stubbins. We've got a great show for you tonight, folks. This is the show where we put God, family, and country first. We will always tell you the truth because that matters. Also, I want to give a shout out to Set Apart Farms. They are one of our huge partners, and we will never go without letting you know about our partners because they make all the difference to us and such a great cause. Go to setapartfarms.org right now, and you can help veterans and their families. Also, go to johnstubbins.com, where you can support American Anarchy. And folks, we hope that you will do that and do it as soon as you can. Again, go to the website now, and you can also support My Pillow as well using promo code Indivisible. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. God bless you.
TarHeelSynthetics.com. We're at AMSOIL Convention in Duluth, Minnesota. I think we're in Superior now because we crossed the... So we are here with Tiffany Stone. Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Tell us about your vehicle and what you do.
This is a 18JL. I kind of go rock crawling, motorsports host. If you've seen King of the Hammers, the Mint 400, a bunch of different live streams, this is what I do. So I built this as a vehicle that I can go explore. Has 109,000 miles. It's only been trailered twice. What's really neat about this is you can drive to a trailhead, air down, do the trail, air back up, and head on your way. So this has done Hurricane, Big Bear, a lot of Moab, Pritchett Canyon, so anybody who knows that. And severe gear right here is probably the best thing. So I live in the desert now, and then I used to live in Michigan, and it's being able to use different climates. This is the perfect thing for you.
Yeah, because Michigan, freezing cold.
Yep.
And now the desert, you get, 120 degree weather now.
Yeah, I left, it was about 112. So that's the perfect thing. Love it. It's a great thing. So make sure you guys check this out.
So what's your favorite product from AMSOIL? That's the severe gear?
Severe gear. So make sure if you go to Tar Heel Synthetics, Roger will hook you guys up. Thanks, guys.
So, one more question.
Yeah.
Why AMSOIL? Why AMSOIL?
Because if you want to have the best, you want to run with the best, and I want to run with the best.
Thank you, Tiffany.
No problem.
Hunter Nation is the ultimate we the people in the conservation community, holding our elected employees accountable to the hunting, fishing, trapping, freedom lifestyle that has brought wildlife back to the healthiest and most thriving condition in our lifetime. HunterNation.org is the epicenter for freedom and wildlife conservation in America. I am Hunter Nation.
And we are back, folks. I am thrilled to bring on to the show now Michael Marrone and Liza Rickard. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Doing good.
Listen, Michael is the publisher for Andrew Magazine. Liza is the operations CEO in charge of Andrew Magazine. I'm going to be scrolling their information at the bottom, but also just to give you a glimpse of the magazine, this is the February copy. I know that we're in March, folks, but this is the February copy. So I just wanted you to take a look at that. I got a beautiful magazine.
Well, John, it's a February-March issue. It's 2 months.
Right. No, that's great. I wanted everybody to know, since we're in March now, that's the case. But look at that beautiful cover. You guys did an amazing job. Fantastic work. How's the magazine being received?
Yeah, so we'll kind of talk about this. Both of us will compete. So we've got lots to talk about today, John. And first off, thank you for inviting us to your show. You've got a great audience. You know, you and I have go way back. We've been working with one another for a lot of different things. One of them is through your Indivisible.com and your movie.
Actually, I don't have an Indivisible.com. It's actually johnstubbins.com.
Indivisible is, thank you. But Indivisible, that whole organization that is putting out the American Anarchy movie, which we're still so excited and just can't wait to see that production completed. So going back a little ways, John, it was probably last year, maybe a year and a half ago, a group of patriots got together and decided that they needed another conservative voice out there. And so out of that, Andrew Magazine has come to fruition. And so Mike is the publisher. He's also does the artwork. Mike,
amazing.
His work is actually hanging at Bedminster behind. There's American Anarchy.
Hey,
in the magazine.
Thanks for the plug on American Anarchy. Look, we're in fundraising mode, trying to raise funds for this documentary. God bless you.
So you are in the magazine, John. Your organization's in the magazine. But what happened, Mike, is actually his work is being featured as we sit here today. He has a painting that was literally an old painting was taken off of our President Donald Trump, his wall, and Mike's painting was hung behind the desk at Bedminster. So Mike they call him the commander's artist. You will see, hopefully somewhere in the scrolling, you will see the commandersartist.com.
Yeah, it's on his website is listed there.
It's important for us to support his work. He also does all of our covers.
I do a lot of commission work for General
He does all of our covers. So
you can't see the shirt.
Yeah, General Flynn is one of our
General
Flynn is one of our partners. In fact, we're itching to launch our coffee line. I've been trying to keep that suppressed because we're not ready yet, unfortunately. But as soon as we are, believe me, I'm going to let everybody know.
I could stand up. Sidney Powell, that design, I designed that for Sidney Powell.
Wow.
I don't know if you can see it. It's called the Kraken.
Mike has designed.
Oh my goodness!
That's Release the Kraken. Yeah. Mike is a phenomenal. He has a beautiful eye for design, and so he has been helping us with our InDesign work. All of our covers are done by Mike, and then we have InDesign work that has to be done on the inside, and Mike helps with that as well. So it is such a beautiful magazine, but beyond that, John, it's the content. And I wanted to talk some of these authors that we have that are writing. Anybody, John, can write for this magazine. If you want to write an article, we call this Andrew Magazine the People's Voice. Mm-hmm. It's the people's voice because there are many people out in America today that they feel disenfranchised and they have a voice and they want to be heard. Anybody can come to our magazine, write a story, and it has to go by the author. I mean, by our publishers and by our editors. But if they're interested, they can go online, and I'll give that at the end.
Go to author.
I'll give that so that they can go online and find us.
Yeah, go to author.andrewmagazine. Author.andrewmagazine. Sign up. It's free.
It's free.
Is that AUTHOR?
Yes, correct, sir. Author.andrewmagazine.com.
Okay, author.andrewmagazine.com.
Yeah, we got over 50 writers now, so we're growing. So the reason I wanted to bring up why Andrew, she did a good job there. 6 corporations took over all our media.
I'll tell you right now, like this show here, we will do a write-up on the show. We can put that in the magazine.
Okay.
No problem. Well, my interviews, like with Dinesh D'Souza or General Flynn or anybody that we have on this show, you're welcome to them.
Okay. Well, Life Magazine destroyed. The Saturday Evening Post, started by Benjamin Franklin, they destroyed. I mean, when they took over, they wiped out our past. Those magazines, we have these old magazines. Actually, her husband has newspapers from the early 1800s.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. I remember Liza telling me about that. That is fascinating.
And she has, in those papers, We didn't learn this in school, but in that newspaper, there was an eyewitness that watched that battle. You know what I'm talking about, Liza?
Yes.
The Battle of Ironside?
Yes, the Battle of Ironside.
And it's not what they taught us in school. This guy was there for the whole thing. And that's going to come out in one of our articles or magazines down the road.
What we found, and a brief story on my family, on my husband's family, actually, my father-in-law was a great-great-great-great-grandson of General Floyd that signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
So, and you may see, I'm actually sitting in my living room today, and you may see some articles from that family. But as well, on my husband's side, his grandfather was the editor of the Rome newspaper up near Syracuse in New York. And these
what year? Do you remember the year? 18.
The family goes all the way back to the 9th century in England, and then we can trace everybody all the way to current today. But what's really interesting is we have newspapers as early as 1809. 1809. Wow. And I think I was actually looking through a few of them the other day, and I did see an article that was 1792. Wow. That is, almost 300. That was, think about 1776. And now it's a newspaper from 1792. I mean, the Republic was a baby at that time.
Yeah.
So you're getting firsthand information. Those people were still alive. And right. I have memorabilia, of course, from the General Floyd Foundation and stuff.
We've got to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back with Michael Marrone and Liza Rickard.
Here's to the overlooked, the overworked, the underappreciated. Here's to the fighters to preserve our freedom, our liberty, our rights, our faith. Here's to the workers, the farmers, the first responders, and those who serve so bravely in our military. Here's to Americans who proudly hold tight to our values: God, privacy, freedom of speech, life and liberty. Here's to the patriots who love this country and everything it stands for, who should never be canceled for believing in America and the blessings of liberty. Finally, there's a bank for you, Old Glory Bank, named after the flag that represents the fabric of this great country and the people of Old Glory Nation, the engine of America. Now you have a bank that values your values. Now you have a bank that stands with you, no matter where you stand. Old Glory Bank. We stand with you.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Indivisible with John Stubbins is proud to support my friends Jim and Angela Holland and Set Apart Farms.
Faith-led and family-driven, we're doing things a better way for veterans and their families. For all the ways to get involved, go to setapartfarms.org.
And we are back with Andrew Magazine, CEO and artist and publishers. Look, I got to tell you guys, this magazine is just another look at it here at the cover for February and March. Looks beautiful. Michael, I'm very keen on your artwork because I've taken a look at a lot of it that Liza has been grateful enough to show me. And I just want to thank you. I see it in the background.
That one's signed.
Yeah, you're a phenomenal artist, and I just want to salute you for the great artwork that you do. It's amazing, and I wouldn't have known about you if it weren't for Liza. So,
I was going to give you a brief. I actually started doing this with George Magazine. I did their first 3 covers of the magazine. So I was brought in early to do the graphics and the layouts and stuff. Well, since then, life moves on. And I was going, they're taking down our statues. They're taking down our civics classes. They're not teaching us anything anymore that's American. They're trying to hide it all. So the reason I got with Liza and Eric, we decided the mission of Andrew Magazine is to increase the public confidence in all things that are American, bridging both party lines if it's possible, and uniting the young and the old to the traditions of our constitutional heritage. It's gone. They're not, and I met a guy yesterday, 33-year-old gentleman. He's from Brazil. He came here. He loves America. I started talking to him. This guy is so awake. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think I'd have a conversation with him. And I showed him my magazine, and he was like, "What? An American magazine?" I said, "Yes, sir. We're trying to make an American magazine. If you're an American citizen, this magazine's for you. The 6 corporations won't be involved. It's patriots writing truth. And we only want the true story and the truth. We're not looking for spin. Go to Bill O'Reilly. You can go spin over there. We don't do that."
Right.
We want to keep.
We don't do that here either.
Yeah, we want to keep it as factual and honest. But at the same time, in each issue, we cover history. We cover a little bit of tradition. We cover some main topics of what's going on. We cover cooking. We cover decor. Yeah, we're trying to cover anything American, and we're adding more departments as the magazine grows because we need those writers. We just added life and traditions, American life and traditions, to the magazine. So that's coming. Like
we have an article that's coming out on the EV. These electronic vehicles. What is that? We've covered that this year. We've got an incredible writer.
Plus we have interviews.
Right. We have Nino Rodriguez coming up. General Flynn will be in the June article issue.
He's going to give us a life story, exclusive interview, life story of General Flynn. Where are you going to find that at? Right. We got Jake Lang, who called us from prison.
And I've got to tell you, Jake, last night, actually, I was speaking with Jake Lane, and I want all of your viewers to know, because this is very important, John.
In this issue.
And by the way, I've talked to Jake. We'd love to have him on the show. So,
well, let me tell you what happened to him last night. Jake Lang and I were on the phone. We were talking about CPAC coming up. We're very excited about that. And he said, "Liza, next year I want to speak at CPAC." In the middle of the night last night, they removed him. We do not know where Jake is right now.
Of course.
They took him. He's been in the DC prison system.
I know.
We have no idea where he's at. He was
over
moved,
1,040 days.
Secretly
really
moved last night.
Yeah.
So
it's really sad, and it pisses me off.
It does. And here's the thing.
Correct.
So that's why we all have to come together. That's why we created and are part of this group of patriots that started this magazine. Folks, we want your voice out there. We want you to write for this magazine, and we have to have your support. Everybody should have a subscription to this magazine. How do we become a tribe? We become a tribe by coming together collectively, standing for one another, and getting out there and speaking the truth. And this magazine comes out right now only 6 times a year, but our goal is to get it out every single month with the people's voice. And another thing I'm going to go back to quickly, I was talking about the history of Eric's family line. One of the neat things is we are reprinting these newspapers back from the 19th century.
That's cool.
We want the papers. We want the truth to be spoken. So we're just doing reprint. We can't get to the editors because they're dead. They've been gone for 200 years. So this material, to find it, we're reprinting it. So it's very, very cool. So people will get to see the first eye account of the past because it's reprinted. So there's so much in this magazine. We're so excited to present it to people. We're only on a 3rd or 4th issue, so it's brand spanking new. Please, please, please subscribe to it. And John, thank you for having us on the show so that we can talk about this, because I think the people's voice, it's so important to get us out there and to get things.
We're thrilled to have you on. Go ahead, Michael.
Well, I was gonna also bring up another thing. Nobody's even asking, but right now, when I show the magazine to people, they always say, "Why did you name it Andrew?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said, well, it's a long story. I had this conversation and I sent it over to General Flynn. I told him what was in the name, and he said, go for it. That's the name. Andrew Jackson was hung up behind Donald Trump's desk in the Oval Office. Does anybody remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what he was against? The banking
I do.
system.
It all had to do with money.
The banking system.
All had to do with money.
Against the
banking system.
Yeah. So
Andrew Jackson was fighting against the Federal Reserve. He did not want
he was a gold
money.
standard guy.
That's right.
Yes. So he gave us a warning, and he gave us a warning in his farewell address, and that was in this we're 50 years later now, and it eerily sounds familiar what he was trying to warn us against. So, anyways, in the name, I'm going to hold it up for you. Let's see if I can get on there. Okay. Everyone's asking me these, like, why is the R backwards? Should I tell them, Liza?
Just go ahead and share it. We'll share it with John. Only John's audience, though. Only John's audience.
Well, when I looked at the name, it threw me back. I said, I can't believe it. The D is next to an R. And he's like, what do you mean? Well, the D stands for the Democratic Party. The R stands for the Republic. Well, why is it reversed? I go, because the Democrats are trying to reverse the public back to isms. I don't care. Socialism, Marxism, you name it, isms. So the Republic is in distress, so it's facing left. So I said, wow, it gets even better. Take the D and the R out, and it spells anew. What are we trying to start? A new America. I couldn't believe it was all in that name.
There's so much in that name.
Yeah,
so the Democrats and the Republicans are fighting, but one day, guys, we don't know when.
That R will
something
turn.
Spectacular happens.
Yeah.
That R is going to flip around for that issue.
Yeah.
So if you see the R flipped, you know that something fantastic is happening, and the Republic is on the mend.
Well, look, first of all, the endeavor of Andrew Magazine and getting it out there is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're thrilled about it, and we fully support you. And we'd love to have you on the show anytime to talk about Andrew Magazine. And obviously, like I said, from this show, we'll provide you articles from different guests that we have on the show that you can put in there for copy. So it's, number one, great to have you on the show again, folks. The magazine is Andrew Magazine. I want you to, again, look at the bottom. It's scrolling. I've got Liza's information right here. Website, andrewmagazine.com. And for Michael, thecommandersartist.com. I recommend that you check out their work right away. Love having you guys on the show. God bless you.
Oh, it's nice being on, John.
We're going to take a quick commercial break.
All right, John.
We'll be right back.
See ya.
By now, you've all heard me talk about Mike and his great products. Well, guess what? Mike's now introduced his MyPillow My Slippers, which are fantastic. Great on my feet, soft as can be. I love them. Mike's taken over 2 years to develop these slippers. He's designed them to wear indoor or outdoor all day, all night long. Made with MyPillow foam and impact gel to help prevent fatigue. Made with quality leather suede. For a limited time, Mike is offering 40% off his new My Slippers. The My Slippers are so comfortable, you're going to want to get them for the whole family. Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code Indivisible. You'll also get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the Giza Dream bed sheets, the MyPillow mattress topper, and MyPillow towel sets. Or call 1-800-716-4639 and enter Indivisible as your promo code.
Hunter Nation is the ultimate we the people in the conservation community, holding our elected employees accountable to the hunting, fishing, trapping, freedom lifestyle that has brought wildlife back to the healthiest and most thriving condition in our lifetime. HunterNation.org is the epicenter for freedom and wildlife conservation in America. I am Hunter Nation.
The Isaac Law Firm, protecting men and family court.
Thanks for staying with us, folks. Another great show tonight. Liza Rickard and Michael Marrone from Andrew Magazine. I hope that you'll get a copy of it. It's a fantastic magazine, and it is for you. It's designed for patriots. Also, again, folks, go to johnstubbins.com. You can see it scrolling at the bottom. You can also, for MyPillow, dial 1-800-716-4639. Give them the code Indivisible and get up to 66% off of your order. Again, johnstubbins.com, where you can donate and you can help us with our documentary, American Anarchy, or just help us with our investigations. Help us with our show. Also want to give a shout out to the First Hour for Men and Old Glory Bank, and also Arsenal Media Group, who's working with us on our documentary, and HunterNation.org, and Hunt the Vote. God bless you. God bless your families, and God bless America. We'll see you next week, folks.
We got any Johnny Cash fans up in this house tonight? Well, here's a burning thing, and it's made by rain. Well, down inside, I feel into a ring of fire. Y'all let me sing it. Fell into the burning fire. I went down, and the flames went out, and it burned, ring of fire. Ring of fire. Y'all sing it till the car. Let me hear it. Sit down. Your taste was sweet, and hearts like ours beat. But I feel for it like a child. Oh, and about a while. Here we go. Into the burning of fire. I went down, and the flames went out, and it burned, ring of fire, ring of fire. Play the guitar, son. This is our country. Do not forget who you are. Do not forget what your DNA is as an American. Do not forget it for one damn second. We stand on the shoulders of greats, and we're the next great set of shoulders. Can I get a hell yeah out of this crowd one time? Here's some Charlie Daniels. People say I'm no good, crazy as a loon. I get up in the morning, get down in the afternoon. Kinda like my old blue chick hound, I like a dead round in a shade. And I ain't got no money, but a damn sure body's big. And I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, say just past and you're still stuck behind your mask, and I'm offended. You're offended, yeah, let's all get offended tonight. I'll order us a beer, we can sit down right here, screaming, yelling, cussing, fussing, fine. Passing out $100 bills and the kills and the drill, like a horns on my Silverado grill. Outside the bar, triple around the crowd, everybody's getting down in that town. It ain't never gonna be the same, y'all see it. I started up the road, I ride through the city. I made a lot of news, all the girls down to the river. Riding up the down runway, I was still being up, and the girls said, say all the Spanish gospel, say all the Spanish gospel. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I've worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause our flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.